figured it's a good time for a product review. Bait buckets, both by Frabill. This is the old version, this is the new version. Don't buy this one, buy the new one. You probably won't find many of these in stores, but you can still find these old versions online. So a couple big improvements. They both still have your styrofoam liner, air stone, air line that runs up. They added an extra screw to the battery cover. This one had some flex in the plastic so moisture could get through here. There's rubber gaskets so they're water resistant, maybe even a little bit watertight. I just go with resistance because you still do get some water in them. This one more than this one. So big improvement there. The buttons, this used to be your on off. Now you have a nice button right here. Right here is your 12 volt or DC or AC adapters. It's back here on the new one. I actually like this one a little better. It was easier to get to. If you have big fingers, it's kind of hard to get this in and set it right. So I do prefer this one. This lid would actually just pop on the bucket and seal. This one's got a little groove back here that hooks onto the back of the bucket, and then they have these plastic pieces here that you screw down and it holds tight to that bucket, so that's real nice. Comes standard again with a styrofoam insert, a air stone, which is a pretty nice one, and then of course you're gonna get a 12 volt adapter as well. Now if you pay some extra money, you can get an AC adapter, which is actually pretty nice. I've used it for instance if I need to bring bait to work. I can plug it in at work and not have to run it off my truck battery all day and come to a dead battery, which probably still wouldn't happen. The nice thing, the biggest thing I like about this new bucket is the motor assembly is actually removable. This one, you needed a special tool to get it out. They didn't sell them separately. Here, they sell them separately. This one's actually not working. You can see this little gap here. That raised up and moisture got in there, and the motor got fried from water getting in there. So, called the guys at Frabill. This bucket was just about a year old here, and told them what happened, and they actually shipped me a whole new lid. So I put that on there. So now I got two buckets, but of course this one doesn't work, so I actually have to destroy this one and send pictures to Frabill showing that I destroyed it. There's your battery compartment with some batteries in it, and these are available for purchase at most stores, so you can remove them, replace them should you have a incident like I did where they didn't work and Frabill wasn't willing to make it work for you again. So now this bucket hasn't worked for almost a year for me, but I hung on to it, and the reason I did is there's a little piece of rubber over here that had a small hole in it, and that's where the air would get drawn in from the pump to create the aeration. I actually ripped that off, and what I did is I got a 12 volt air pump and I made a quick connector so I can plug it right into my truck, and then I can simply plug the air hose on there, and now I got a functioning bait bucket for my truck. So literally this one stays in my truck all the time, and now since I have a second lid here, I can just run an air hose through the hole here, and then I have two slots in my pump here. So now I can have two dedicated buckets that I can use in my truck for my bait runs. And then I have a fully functional battery operated bait bucket that I can use in the boat. So got to give it up to Frabill for making a pretty quality bait bucket there. Again, this version not so great. This one pretty good, even though I did have some problems with it. Their customer service was excellent, and they replaced it no charge to me. And now I got an extra lid. And in reality, if I just go to the store, I can go get another pump assembly, and I got 2 battery operated, fully functioning, good quality buckets. So just wanted to do a quick little review on these. Lots of people use them. I mean, you can just use a regular bucket and a lid and puncture a hole in it and just use an air pump, or something like this pump. But when it comes down to it, these are just so nice and easy. They're 6-gallon buckets, so they're a little bit bigger than any 5-gallon bucket you can normally get. They got that foam insert. All in all, great buckets. Again, if you see this one, avoid it. Go for the brand new yellow one. Great products. Thanks to Frabill for their great customer service and replacing the parts that were broken in mine. That's all. Hope you guys have a great rest of the day, and see you on the water. Another nice thing about these buckets, and people who use kayaks and such might like this better, or if you just don't have a real spot for the bait bucket in your boat, find yourself a milk crate. They fit in there just great, and they're not going to tip over.